One day, Marlee was walking in the sunshine. Out in the field, she saw a tree that seemed to reach all the way to the sky. What would it be like to stand like the tree and be a bridge between the ground and the sky? She reached her arms toward the sun and pretended her right leg was growing roots deep into the ground. She took a few moments just to breathe in the fresh air while she admired the tree. As she turned her branches back to arms and her roots back to legs, the sun peeked out from behind a cloud. The sun shone so brightly, and Marlee liked the feel of the sun on her face. Again, she reached for the sky, like the tree, feeling its rays warming her branches while she felt her left leg grow deep into the ground. Again, she breathed deeply of the sunshiny air, which seemed to make her feel light and balanced. While trees can hold their branches up all day and all night, Marlee needed a rest and sat in the shade of the tree. She stretched her feet out in front of her, feeling the warm ground beneath. And just then, a butterfly landed on her feet. Not wanting to get up and scare the butterfly, she gently reached towards her toes. The butterfly fluttered just out of reach. When she sat back up, the butterfly landed on her toes again and seemed to smile at her. She took a deep breath, let it out, and reached again. All she needed was to reach slowly, and she was able to catch the butterfly. Happily, Marlee looked at the butterfly and let it flutter away. While watching the butterfly, Marlee spotted a bird soaring across the sky in the sunshine. She twisted around and watched it until she couldn't see it any longer. Marlee wanted to be a bird. She made her own wings by placing her hands on her shoulders, making big circles backwards. She giggled when she realized she seemed more like a chicken flapping than a bird soaring. To be a soaring bird, she needed bigger wings. So she stood up and stretched out her arms wide, raising them up and down slowly like a bird riding on the breeze. Resting her arms, she imitated an owl, turning her head gently to one side and then to the other. Then she looked back at her friend the tree, following its trunk all the way to the clouds. She thought it looked like it was moving. Marlee stood up straight and thought for a moment and decided to look again. Her eyes weren't fooling her, for the tree was moving, bending and dancing in the breeze. Marlee decided to be like the tree. She let the wind push her gently to one side. That felt so good, she let the wind blow her to the other side. Pretending the wind was blowing her back and forth was fun, and she did it several times. But then the breeze slowed and stopped. As she stopped swaying as well, she noticed for the first time a flower growing all alone. She reached down and picked the lovely flower. As she held the flower by her heart, the breeze started blowing again. But this time, she didn't sway with the tree, but stood tall and straight as a mountain, with her legs planted deeply and her head held up high like a snow-capped peak. As she stood there taking deep breaths, enjoying the breeze, she thought about the tree. If a tree as big and tall and strong as this one could bend in the breeze and not break, then maybe she could too. Just then, Marlee heard her mother calling her.
Marlee, time to come home.
As she began her walk home, she decided she would give the flower to her mother and tell her all about her new friend, the tree.